This is Diaspora Moments by Dion London.
Hello guys, welcome. I hope you had fun. And did you vote? Shola, why are you laughing? I was asking them if they voted. I mean, if they did vote. Did you vote? I hope you voted, right? You did. Are you happy with the outcome? Please don't come and beat me here.
Yeah.
I came in peace and I'm a woman of peace, right?
Right.
Yeah. So today we're just going to do a quick recap about the election, the American election. We live in America, so we have to talk about the American election. Now, if you're just joining us, welcome to the Diaspora Moment podcast. My name is Dion London, and again, I'm your host, and I have Shola here with me. We don't have Mr. Tintin. He's MIA today, okay?
He left us.
He left us and decided that only the women to do the talking. So we're going to do the talking, but we're just going to do a quick recap about, the election, the shocking news. People are excited. People are not.
Some people were not. Let me tell you.
Some people were crying.
Yeah.
Some were not expecting. The outcome were not really well expected.
Right.
And especially, I remember a week prior to the election, we're talking to some of the, people in the African community. And then I was asking them, like, whom are you going to vote for? Whom are you going to vote for? I just wanted to know what everybody's thinking. And I don't know whether I'm supposed to, so I guess I'm not supposed to be surprised about this, but a lot of the people that I talked to, all of them were going to vote for the Democrats. There's only one person that I talked to that said, he is voting for the Republicans. But all the African people, and I'm not even talking about females, I'm just talking about men. Yes. Both our fathers and our generation. Yeah. All of them were voting for, the Democrats. So for me, was it on Wednesday? Was it Tuesday that we voted? Tuesday, right?
It was Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, it was Tuesday.
And the way the stake was going, right? I remember I had a call in the morning. The person was like, "Oh, I don't think the Republicans are going to win."
Oh, really?
Yeah, the call just came. I was like, why are you saying so?
Right.
And she said, well, did you see what the Democrats did? I said, what did they do? Oh, they brought Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Cardi B, all those Hollywood celebrities to, talk about, talk so that people vote for the Democrats, right?
Yeah.
So, and Taylor Swift actually tweeted that she will leave the United States of America. She'll move out of the country if
Trump wins. And I hope she's backing our back.
So we are as if she's going to pass. Elon Musk said that she'll pay for the traveling expenses. Pettiness.
Like what?
Yeah.
They want to leave the country. I beg.
Yes. He said that she's going to leave the country if Trump wins. Were you surprised with the outcome?
Honestly speaking, I wasn't surprised. So for me, my take on this whole thing, I don't really follow politics like that to begin with, to be honest. But I heard maybe 3 months ago or 2 months ago, from many men and women of God that he was going to win.
Trump?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, this was when I was on social media, and all that good stuff. And based off of what I know of him, I don't know everything about him. To be very honest, I feel like his agenda, the things that he talks about, his goal aligns with, in my opinion, what I believe should be.
Yeah.
And then, me also being a woman of God, what scripture also says. So for me, it's just like, we killing two birds with one stone here. And the gas prices are going down, you feel me? So I don't think it was a bad choice.
Right.
But I wasn't surprised. Honestly, I think I would have been more surprised if Kamala
won.
No disrespect. This is America. I don't know if I should talk. Oh my God! Before they come and fight me.
Before they come after you. But anyways, they'll cancel you.
That's it.
That's cancel Shola.
But with Kamala, honestly, even with the whole tactic that they use to get all the famous people, you can just they're not genuine. It's almost like you're trying to get us, if that makes sense. You're not being genuine. And from what I've seen and from what I watched from her, I like people who are straightforward. Let me know that you want to either hurt me or you want to feed me.
Right.
You want to. Kamala, you cannot tell if she's black or if she's white, if she's pink, if she's blue. Like, no, I'm good. I'm okay.
But this is just black.
She became black when she was running for president because since childhood she was claiming her other side. What is it, India?
The Indian side.
So why is it that now all of a sudden black people?
I think I stand to be corrected over here, but I think they said that she was more with the mother side because daddy probably was never in the picture.
Exactly. She is.
So she grew up with
dad
the
is
Indian
black,
side, yeah.
right? But she what is it? When they were going into her whole history, she grew up with her mom's side, and even when she was coming up in politics, she always represented her Indian side. They did say that she barely. I don't even think she ever spoke about her black side until now. So for me, it's just like, even with that, it's like you can tell you're not genuine. You're trying to lure people in by using what you think that the public or the mass majority likes.
Right.
You went to go get Beyonce.
Right.
What were you trying to do there?
What's Beyonce's highest level of education?
Yeah.
Like, someone should tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop the mic.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Beyonce. I'll go to her concert. Okay,
You know?
I have a whole lot of her music, but politics, please.
And it's
sit
just
down.
like Beyonce, and then you got Beyonce and Taylor Swift because of their influence in America as a whole. You're just purposely trying to plant seeds to get people to vote for you. I don't respect that.
But you see what Trump did? Kamala went after the Hollywood celebrities.
Right.
Trump went after the influencers, social media influencers.
Oh, really?
Yes. So you saw like Trump was going on a lot of these podcasts. You know, people with like, you know, huge podcast following. Following. And those are the people that he visit the shows,
Right.
and he talks about it and get interviewed. There's a podcast called, is it Patrick PBD podcast and something Rogan, something is this something Rogan.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of podcast shows that Trump visited, and these are not like celebrity, like, you know, Hollywood celebrities.
Yeah.
Right? These are like influencers, and they have they have huge following.
But
when it
even
comes
with
to
that,
podcasts.
I respect that because you are sitting down and having a conversation, so we understand your mind
Right.
and what you want to do.
Right.
Does that make sense? Versus what does Beyonce got to do with what you're gonna do for America?
And the funny thing is that when she came, you know, she's a Texas girl.
Yeah.
So the campaign was actually
in Texas.
In Texas, yeah. So, you know, she came over there and represented the whole Texas, you know, masses. And I guess people were expecting her to perform. But she didn't do that. She came in, spoke like 3 to 5 minutes. And for me, that is the first time I've heard Beyonce speak for that long. 'Cause I'm not trying to be funny here, but have you heard Beyonce speaking before? Which one? Where?
No,
Please let me know if you heard Beyonce speaking before. Even when she brought her own Prada or Secret or whatever.
Yes. I think
She
it's her
wasn't
mom. Yeah, it was her mom. The hair thing that she started. Yeah, I think her mom is the one that's looks like she's the one that's advertising it more than her.
She
right.
she didn't talk. Yeah. She thought she's Beyonce. She has a lot of like 300 and something followers. So hey, I'll just put a product over there. Yeah.
Go and buy
it, right? She's not as relatable as like Rihanna. Or,
Rihanna, I love her.
You know,
Rihanna is
some of you know, you don't see Beyonce getting on social media talking to, you know, her followers, right?
Yeah.
And so someone that I feel like doesn't resonate so much with her, you know, her followers, doesn't talk so much. Everything is just, let's keep our brand, our image is more important, right?
Right.
And that person walk on stage to talk about politics. I mean,
and it's crazy because Kamala did all of that with people who most likely don't have any political understanding
Megan
or
Thee Stallion. She came over there and did yada 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 yada.
And you know one thing that people were upset about Trump becoming president, they were trying to argue that because he has no political background, he shouldn't be a president. And for me, it's just like, y'all want to choose the one that's getting us to be lured by people who they probably don't even know what Democrat and Republican even means.
Right.
And those are the people that she's using to get you to vote for her.
Vote for, right.
Let's be using our head.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And with Trump, it's like, he don't have political background, but it's like, I don't feel like he still gets sense somewhere. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you don't have to, you can come from nothing and still do something very great.
Right.
You know, so I don't even know why that is part of the argument as far as why he shouldn't become president. All the ones that have political backgrounds before him, wow.
Yeah. But what amazed me about this whole election was that her numbers were very close.
Yeah.
And I don't know the numbers with Hillary when she did hers
I don't remember that.
Trump. But I felt like her numbers were...
Oh, that's interesting. He ran with 2 women.
Yes. And all of them he won. Yeah,
That's
2
very
women.
interesting. Okay.
Hillary and then... Yeah, so I'm like, why is Trump winning against women?
Yeah.
Why is Trump not winning against the men?
I didn't even put those 2 things together. That's actually interesting.
Yeah. Because, after Hillary and then Biden came in and then Biden won.
Yeah.
Then a female came back again.
Yes.
And then Trump won. this time again.
Yeah.
So he won twice against female. But I'm comparing Hillary versus Kamala. For some reason, I don't remember Hillary's, numbers, during the election.
Yeah.
But for her, I think she actually did put in a good fight.
She
if
did.
you compared, the numbers.
Yeah.
And I think it was mostly because of the whole women, the women whole thing.
And then she's colored, so that,
Yeah, so black women were voting for, women of color were voting for. And, and Democrat, they do have a lot of Hollywood people with that kind of influence that are more towards the Democrats.
Right,
so
right.
You have all these Hollywood influencers, people coming over there and speaking up and telling all of that, and I think that really helped her campaign.
Yeah.
But it's for me. I wasn't surprised of the outcome of it. For some reason, it's as if I was kind of really expecting that to happen.
Same. I didn't.
Yeah.
I would have been more surprised if she won, not because of anything, but I just don't. Yeah.
I'm trying to imagine if Democrat had won, right?
Oof.
I'm trying to imagine what would happen within 4 years. Within the next 4 years.
You probably go back to Ghana. I'll go back to Nigeria. Because, me have oh, God. And if, anyways, let's not even,
I'm trying to really imagine, what is it? America going to turn into a social country or something like that?
America wouldn't be serious.
I'm looking also from a diplomatic standpoint, what would other foreign countries see American like?
Right.
Because it looks like at a time, once upon a time till now, it looks like America was kind of losing some level of respect.
Of course.
We were losing that respect. Because, there's this forefront and this persona when it comes to America of, American be one of the greatest countries to live in, the land of the free will.
Yeah.
And, America is better than any other country. You want to be here. And, a lot of countries are very scared of, that America, right?
Yeah.
And then you have countries like China, Russia, Korea, who don't give a shit about this country. Right?
Yeah.
We were in this country where I heard China people brought this, was it a balloon or something like that? Closer to America. And I felt
Yeah.
these people really don't care. They're not scared. They're not scared of us, right?
No.
And thanks to TikTok, we are able to follow a whole lot of things foreign, informations, what is happening in China, Ukraine, Russia, and also and Israel, and all this stuff that is going on. And it makes you really feel where is America really heading to? Right?
But it's good that you bring that up though, because I feel like if she had won, to be honest, even with these other countries, I think they are still sexist.
You think Xi Jinping would have been scared of us?
You get what I'm trying to say? And I don't even think that most of those men in power would sit down with her. Because we are still in some way, shape, or form in a sexist generation or world. And it's like, yeah, she has a title of president, but in front of men in power like that, you're still a woman,
right?
And if they didn't care before, they for sure don't care now. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of things went left, like wars and all that extra stuff, or maybe even people not even wanting to do business with America anymore, just because of the fact
it's being
that
run by a woman.
Exactly.
Right.
So I think that would have been it. As much as people are not happy with the outcome because of whatever they say they don't like that Trump is going to do, if we're just using common sense, I feel like it would have been a very a very bad thing for her to become president, to be very honest. Like all the, the connections that you have with other countries, they probably wouldn't.
Right. Yeah.
Not everybody cares to be equal the way America is trying to be equal on all sides. They don't care.
They don't. Yeah.
So, I think it was a safe call.
Yeah, but I just felt like Xi Jinping and what is North Korean president's name? Jun.
Not even gonna try it. I don't even know.
Jun Pyo. I'm sorry.
Oh god.
Is it Jun? Oh man, somebody should correct me here. Like South Korean president's name. I know, like the Chinese, like Xi Jinping. I hope I'm pronouncing the name
South Korea,
correct.
isn't it the chubby one?
So yeah, the chubby one.
Yeah.
Not South Korea, North Korea.
North Korea. Yeah. Sorry, North Korea.
Yeah.
I
think it's something Jun. Oh god.
I don't know.
I feel like him. Xi Jinping was a Chinese. I hope I'm pronouncing the name correct. And Vladimir Putin. I feel like these three countries, though, I don't think I think they will call off our bluff.
Yes.
Easily.
Yeah. 100%. They wouldn't care.
Yeah.
At all. And then with Trump is like, I think that when he was, and I could be corrected, when he was president, his first term, I think there was that slight, that was probably where America started losing their respect because of Trump's background. But I do think to a certain degree that he earned his respect, to be very honest. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's why all the countries are reacting the way they are now that he is president.
Yeah.
He hasn't, or will, because he hasn't been
Elected.
Sworn in yet.
Yeah.
But even before being sworn in, look at all the stuff that is happening.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be so if they didn't have a level of respect for his, his soon to be seat.
Yeah.
So look, if you mad, I don't know, but if we're using common sense here, I think it was a good choice.
For me, I feel like when you have countries like North Korea, China, and Russia, all these three countries especially are being handled by cuckoo men.
Right.
These men are crazy. Like they have guts.
Yes.
Right? Like they don't care.
But Trump has guts too.
So that's what I'm that's what I'm saying, that when you have Xi Jinping, Junpyo, and Vladimir, who are three cuckoo men, we need a cuckoo man.
Exactly. Somebody who will tell you, me too, I don't care.
Right. You need a snake poison to take the poison from this.
100%.
Yeah. So most definitely, because
to even run a second time, even after all that stuff that was going on about him legally, like you have guts.
He made history.
Yeah, Trump.
He called off bluff a lot.
Yes, that man has done a lot of things that he shouldn't have, and said some things that he could have probably said better.
A lot of these politicians, they're not clean either.
They're not, but that's why I respect Trump. I don't agree with everything he's done. But I respect anybody that can look me in the face and tell me this is what it is, whether you like it or not. This is what it is.
Yeah.
Versus all these other politicians that have ran or made the president's seat or whatever, they will now come and sell you an agenda, and then in their 4 or 8 years they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Now you mad.
Yeah.
But you have a president that is literally giving you the black and white. I don't see why anybody should be mad, because Kamala could have said what she said, got elected or whatever the case may be, and then now she's there for 4 years, doesn't do anything. Now everybody's mad at her too.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah, people are saying that when she became a vice president, one of the things that was given to her was the border. It was one of the I think her role. She played a huge role over there. People are saying that she didn't do anything. So a lot of people are saying like she became a vice president and she barely did anything. And Kamala's being a vice president, it really kind of reminded me of back in Africa, Ghana. The current president right now, the vice president who's running for the presidential seat right now, and people are also saying that when you were vice president, you didn't do anything,
right?
And the excuse that he made was that I was the mate. In Africa, if you take a trusky, you have the driver, and then you have the mate.
Yeah.
So the president is the driver, and the mate is the vice president.
Okay.
So for him, his excuse was that, well, I was the mate. I wasn't the one driving the car. So this time around, if you give me the opportunity to be the one driving the car, I'll do better. But then everybody were like, hello. Whether you are the vice president or you're the president, at the end of the day, it's part of the whole political regime, So I'm expecting whatever that we are headed the president accountable for something, you being the vice president, we going to hold you accountable for that. And for Kamala here in the United, I think that's what they are doing.
100%.
Whatever wrong that Biden did,
right?
Somehow, she's entangled with it because she's the vice president.
Yes.
For the Biden administration, and so it's like she's being held accountable for a lot of the things, the war and all these border problems and all this stuff that is going on. But one thing that I know for sure that when Trump comes in over, one of the things that he's going to definitely deal with is the whole Mexico, the border.
Yeah, and I think that that's
the
why
immigration situation.
A lot of people are upset about.
A lot of African people didn't.
But
vote.
even before,
not a lot, but some.
Yeah, even before jumping on that, I was gonna say with Trump, when he did do his first term, and when he does his second. Another thing is he's one of, I don't know how many presidents that has said they're going to do something and actually did it in their term. Now we have some Democratic presidents that said they were going to do a lot of things and didn't do it. So even though you may not like what he says he's going to do, you can at least trust his word.
Right.
And I think that should always be respected.
Right.
Now with Trump and the borders, so I had a client, I think this was Wednesday, that was very emotional about. I think it was Tuesday.
Like a
actually,
Democrat. He was a Democrat.
She's it was a she. She's definitely a Democrat. And she voted too, but she voted for Kamala, and she was actually very emotional. She cried during her session. Dion. And I was asking her why, and she was, saying the LGBTQ thing, and how she has a lot of people in her family that fit that category, and then she has a lot of friends that are immigrants, right? Now, for me, I can sympathize because at the end of the day, you're probably coming into America because where you're coming from was probably not safe for you, or you're not eating, so many things that's happening outside of America. But I think when we remove our emotions, and this is not even just for this political thing, just in life, remove your emotions. That's a word from Shola. But when we remove our emotions from certain things and we start to apply logic, from what I've been told, all Trump is saying is, we don't mind you being in our country.
Yeah.
Just be legal.
Yeah.
Without an emotional response to that, isn't that right?
Yeah.
It's right.
Because other countries are doing the same thing there too. So I don't know why it's the issue here in America.
You yourself, it's like you having a house, and the only thing you're asking is the person should just contact you before they get to your front door. And then somebody says, forget your whatever you're saying. I'm coming whether you like it or not. Yeah. They don't even knock. They bust down the door. Yeah. You're going to sit there and fold your hands? No. So why do you want the president of America to do the same? Even if, let's say, I don't know, even if I can understand maybe your safety. And it's crazy because it's like, let's say you were in trouble or whatever the case may be. You're coming to my house with a killer running right behind you. If I open the door for you, what's going to happen? We all going to be dead. Yeah. So again, you guys are asking Trump to do this. Yeah. It's not fair. It doesn't. One, is it not fair? Two, even for us that we are citizens, to be very honest, although again I can sympathize, it affects us, and it's not fair.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's my take.
I think one of the things that I don't know whether it was part of his policy.
Mm-hmm.
So you see how a lot of people, like women, like they're pregnant,
Yes.
rich people
Mm-hmm.
outside America, like Africa or any part of the world,
Mm-hmm.
and then when their wives are pregnant, they bring their wife over here to have
Yeah.
to have babies.
Their babies, yeah.
And then the babies are automatically like
Citizens.
citizens, right? And then they take the babies back. And I think this is some of the things that he wanted to stop it, because you don't leave it, you don't pay taxes for us, nothing like that.
Right.
Just because you are rich and you're living somewhere in Nigeria or some part of Africa or some part of Asia, and you can afford to hop on a private jet or a business class to come over here and have your wife deliver safe and sound.
Yeah.
But then that child automatically is like a citizen because you give birth to the child over here, right?
Yeah.
And then once the baby is delivered, you take that baby back to where you came from.
When it comes to like rules and regulations and print protocols, all those extra things, I feel like somebody used to tell me this thing where, let's say at a job, if they decided to up their let's say they're more on everything that everybody's doing.
Yeah.
They want to be, the person has said that the only reason why you would be uneasy or worried about that change is if you're not doing what you're supposed to do.
Right.
So if you are in this country legally, if you are, for whatever reason, coming into this country and doing what you're supposed to do, you wouldn't be bothered about what Trump is trying to do or not do. And all he's saying is, let's right our wrongs. Does that make sense? Like, let's do these things the right way. I'm not saying don't do them, but let's do it the right way. And the only reason, or part of the reason why I feel some people are upset about it is because you're not doing it the right way. So now it doesn't benefit you.
Right.
But at what cost? Does that make sense? Like, you want it to benefit you so you can get away with something that is illegal.
Yeah.
It's not right.
Right.
And then for the rest of us that we are legal, what is that going to do? We paying taxes, my guy. You feel me? And we got bills to pay.
Yeah.
Okay? And we're paying taxes for all of these,
To feed everybody.
to feed everybody. And not saying, there's nothing wrong with helping, but let's do it right. And that's it. I personally don't think there's anything wrong with that. Now, unless there's more to Trump that I don't know, please tell us. But
I mean, we have 4 years of him, so we'll see what he's going to do within that 4 years.
yeah, hopefully he does well, though.
If he
Hopefully.
does well, then it will be a good look on the Republicans.
Definitely.
And then the vice president can also come back, and
Come
take
back.
another 4 years.
That would be good, though.
Yeah.
If he does good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the Republican can keep rotating for another 10, 15 years,
Yeah.
I'll retire from America, build a huge mansion in Africa, take my children out of this damn country, and then just go and not come back again.
I'll crack it up. Yo, even with the school system, but
See, I'm about to get there.
yeah.
So let's talk about one of the things that the Democrat really stand on, which is the woman right,
Yeah.
the right for the for the
Abortion.
woman to decide if they want to get rid of the baby. Okay, so this is my take here. So a man and a woman, the woman was never raped. It was very consensual, 2 adults. They decided to engage in the sexual activities, and if they didn't want to get pregnant from the get-go, they should have used a condom,
Protection,
but they chose not to. Okay, so once that happened, it means that both of them are equally responsible for the outcome, which is pregnancy. And when pregnancy comes in place, the man said, "I want to be a father,"
100%.
but the woman said, "Hell no, I'm not ready to be a mother.
Right.
So I want to go and abort it." And the Democrats, that is what they stand on. They're okay with the woman is the one that get to choose whether they want to keep the baby or not. So let's flip this story back. Okay, same act happened, but this time around, the man said that they're not ready to be a father. The woman wants to keep the child. Is the man responsible for paying child support?
No. And you know how I used to say before, like, I will come for men when it's time to come for men. But women too, when I say some women are selfish, that is, for me, it's just so, it's almost like everybody wants to be equal until it doesn't benefit you anymore. When because that is sickening. If a man is telling you, first of all, let's even just go back. If you having sex, and this is even for me, I had to learn my lesson, okay? If you having sex and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, don't be complaining about the consequences, okay? You know, you have to be accountable. That's what it is.
Yeah, right.
You know, but going to the whole, let's say a baby comes, it's unfair. The man is not ready. Or let's say you have sex with a man that is not financially stable.
Why are you having sex with a man who's not financially stable?
One, then you decide to keep the child. I hear too, he's telling you that I'm not ready. Like, I don't have, come on. Then you decide to keep the child, and then you have the audacity to now pin child support on him. But if he now asks you, and I'm not saying I'm for abortion, but if he now, tells you, whatever the case may be, he doesn't have a right, but when the baby comes, he has to.
Yeah. Yeah. Like indirectly, you are
literally,
literally, like, I feel like they are taking men out of the whole. So my whole thing is that does it work in marriages? Like a man and a woman. I'm not forgetting about boyfriend girlfriend situation. They're just having fun and that happened. What about marriage couples?
Yeah,
a man and a woman are married together. Baby comes in, the woman says, "I want to get abortion."
First of all, you should listen.
And you, the man, you're my husband, I love you, but you don't have any right.
That's wrong. That's wrong on so many levels, in my opinion. I feel like that's the most selfish thing that anybody can do. I feel like at the end of the day, if y'all both have sex, the baby is now here, you have to come to an agreement. And as a woman and or as a man, if you are not ready to have a child, don't do the things that are going to produce a child. When you're doing it, like, I don't understand us as humans.
Yeah, I feel like United States of America is really robbing men of their manhood.
Yes, it's wrong.
Like
it's
this
wrong.
country is really making men look like simps. This country is making men look so powerless. This country is making men look like they don't have a say in anything.
And it's sad because
I don't get it.
The
and
moment
it doesn't work in. I don't know whether it's just the Western countries that is happening, but it's like it's so sad. And sometimes if you're a woman, you're probably gonna be giggling and be all happy and all until you have a son.
Yes, right.
Until you have a son, then you realize that wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Now it sucks now, right? Because once you have a son, whatever law that is happening,
right.
Your son is also part of it too. And that's why it becomes so scary having a son in this country. Because it's like they're taking the power from them. They're taking the power from men. They're robbing of their manhood. They're robbing of the whole alpha. So a man is supposed to be, the alpha male, right?
Yes.
And I feel like, I don't know whether like the law in this country or the policy in this country just make the men like beta.
No, yeah, but then it's crazy because then now that we've created this norm, you have men who are not fighting back anymore. Now we women were complaining.
True.
Do you see, like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You wanted them to do equal rights and to be quiet and to now that they're quiet.
The men are not saying anything.
In the house too, you say you want to be boss lady and you want to go and make money. Go and make money. Me, I'll take care of the kids. What's the problem?
Right.
Why are we? Oh my gosh, we want to have our cakes and eat it too. And I think that's the problem with our generation. We lack wisdom. There's a problem. Yes, there was a problem. Women were not regarded as much. That is a problem. But the wise way to take care of that problem, nobody is looking for wisdom. Everybody it's almost like what I was saying to one of my clients last week. She has 2 daughters, teenage age, very disrespectful, summing it up. And every time when we have our session, we're always talking about that, right? That's pretty much what causes her stress. And she was telling me, which I've heard from a lot of people, that the only thing I wanted to do for my kids is what my mom did to me or how my mom raised me. I didn't want my children to experience that. Now, you grew up in a home where discipline was very, and your parents probably didn't have the wisdom to discipline you the right way, right? But because they disciplined you, it produced some level of independence within you. Even though you didn't like it, and even though they probably could have done it better, you still received that key thing that keeps you sane on earth, right? Now, instead of you asking yourself, okay, how can I discipline my child or my children, but in a healthy way, you took discipline out of it as a whole. Now you have disrespectful, unappreciative kids. And I
Is
told
the father
her,
in the picture? Exactly.
oh, let me tell you.
Exactly.
So this whole dynamic that we have, which is going to the whole situation about children coming into this world, and then both parents not having an equal say on what's going to happen. You have a single parent home, with a parent that is not disciplining these children because of what they experience. And my point to that is, when it comes to all of these things, even with the whole issue that we have with women and then the equal rights, nobody is seeking wisdom. How do we fix this issue but the right way? You guys took an emotional situation and emotionally responded. Now you got emotionless men that don't care. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, and that is the problem that we're seeing here. And I don't know if it's too late to change it, because men really don't care no more. They rather be single just as much as women too now rather be single. Nobody cares. Nobody cares anymore.
And I just feel like it's going to really hurt the next generation coming up. Because when you have a home where now, like, women have so much power over anything or everything.
Yeah.
And the women can also because women are a little bit more softer when it comes to children. Men are more masculine. So they're able to put more discipline into the kids.
Right.
So when you take this man out of the picture, then you have the generation coming up being raised by single women, softies. So instead of the men raising son to be boys to be men, now we are raising boys to be boys. Yeah. And that's the reason you have some of these men out there, they are men, but they are boys. And when you have a whole lot of them being mama's boys and a whole lot of stuff, of course they're not going to fight back, right? And that is so scary. Yeah. And when you go to other countries, it's not like that. It's not there. Nobody is saying that like a man should beat woman. No. That's not what we are saying. But we also appreciate the fact that when you have a male figure around you, it balances the yin yang thing, in place. But only one how do we call this? It's only, it doesn't balance out. It doesn't. That's why you have a disrespectful, children.
These kids
walking around thinking like they run the world. And when you have a country where it's like a child's, decision that they make, is a child decision overrules a parent decision. What kind of generation are we building?
100%. And I think that if with all the chaos that has already been created, to be honest, if that became the continued norm in the school systems, in the homes, we are going to look, if you think America is crazy, you haven't seen nothing yet. Like, imagine
it's gonna get worse.
Imagine your 5-year-old child telling you that you birthed them or you give them life, telling you that, oh mom, I can decide that I'm this and I'm that. You don't have a say, and if you say anything, I'm going to call social. You're going to do like
social service. And social service will come and take the child out, your own child.
That's social. So you would take that child, though. You would take the child. I'll even hand the child over to you. And it's just like the order of things should not be broken. You always have a head. The head of the household is your husband. The head of even him is God. The head of the children is both parents. The head, like, you even in, well, I don't know about American homes, but even in African homes, the younger siblings have a head, which is your older sibling. There's a
hierarchy.
Right.
Nobody goes above anybody.
And if I don't know how it is in I want to assume that most African countries are similar when it comes to that dynamic. You see the respect. Even now at my big age, because we had that training, I cannot greet an elderly person regular. You still have to prostrate. Like, there's just certain things that are instilled in you that help you to become sensible. But we're trying to take those things away in America, and it's sad because America is also starting to influence all these other countries.
Well, yeah, Trump has not even been sworn yet, and look at all these other countries already obeying.
Yes. Now imagine if it was the other way around. It would have been chaotic. So for me, I feel like, yeah, we don't like Trump. Not even, let's not say we. You guys don't like that Trump won, but for me, I just think that, and I'm hoping that he does well, but I just think that from what I do know, he was a better choice.
Yeah.
Well, all round, he was a better choice.
I feel like they've taken the morals and common sense out of the family structure,
Yes, yeah.
the school, and even the church.
Yes.
They've taken common sense and morals out of this.
I remember when I was in school, this was before... I think this is before high school. Like, you had a thing where you would do the Pledge of Allegiance before the school day starts. Before you sit down.
They don't do that anymore?
They don't do that no more. When I say there was like even with that whole Pledge of Allegiance thing, there was a sense of like oneness, if that makes sense. There was rules, there was regulations, there was this and the third. Now they don't have that. Even in the school systems, it's like, it's almost like it's almost like prison. Where in prison you would think that the CEOs and the head of the prison have a say, but no, it's the prisoners that run the prison. And it's almost like they're trying to change that in the school, where the students run the school. You have kids that are literally failing and they're still graduating. You have kids, they will make it seem like they're doing disciplinary actions by kicking you out, but the moment your parent and you come to say she wants to or he wants to go back to school, they will allow you in. Mind you, I have had kids that I've counseled that I've never seen grades that low in my, like, you don't have a score, at least an E or an F, whichever the grade. You don't have a score. That's how bad I've seen. You don't have a score because you're not going to school and you're not turning in nothing. But these kids are still graduating.
And they don't have parents. Oh, I'm sure they do.
They have parents, but what you get what I'm trying to say? But this is the system that we're trying to raise. Not my own child, but this is the system that some parents want their kids to grow up in. I feel like, and I know this is going to be sensitive, even going to the, back to the elections, as far as Trump wanting to take the whole gender thing out of the schools. Yes, I understand that people want their rights, but let's again use common sense. What do you think is going to happen in your home if your child at 4, 5, 6 can come to you and tell you that they are not, if they were born a girl, they're not a girl? Even if you want that child to make that decision, be a grown adult where you have enough or more knowledge, more common sense to make it. But a 4, 5 year old, and you're okay with that?
Yeah.
Nah, I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
I think that's very crazy.
And you have the Hollywood people, they're using the Hollywood people to push their agenda.
No.
That's what is happening over here. It's like politics, Democrat politics, and Hollywood is like they bump heads together.
Yeah, but everybody knows Hollywood and their agenda.
Chaos.
Hollywood too.
Yeah.
Hollywood, how do they call Hollywood? Well, in my own English, is like the devil's playground. So as a Democrat, you're getting those people to support your movement. For us that we're thinking for ourselves, it literally looks like all of you guys have one agenda. And for me, that agenda looks like you want us to be playing on the devil's playground with you guys.
Yeah.
I'm not interested.
I'm
not interested.
Nah.
I think it would have been a very no. I'm
really looking forward for 4 years to come, 2018.
Same.
Like what is going to happen within 2028, within this 4 years.
Yeah.
Because within 2020 to 2024, we know a lot has happened with the war, inflation here. We can't even buy a house. Now it's even better to rent a house than buy a house.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Do you know how
the interest rate is ludicrous?
When I had bought my first place, I don't want to say what the interest rate was. It was just recently that the interest rates have come down. So people are, including myself, refinancing and all that extra stuff. With the refinancing, the mortgage went down at least like $300.
Interesting.
Like the interest rate was high.
Yeah.
high. So for me, it's like, even with stuff like that, I feel like if Trump does a good job, things like that will continue to progress.
No, yeah, people like us, we can buy more houses.
You know?
Well, I'm just stuck here. The reason I'm stuck here because the interest rate for me is like ridiculous.
It is.
Like it's like you will never finish paying that money. You know, you can buy a house
when they so you have the price that you of course take the loan out for, you pay for, whatever. Then by the time you're done paying, if you plus the interest, if you see how much that is literally a single family home.
Oh, yeah, of course.
My place is a 3-bedroom.
That's what the bank is going to get out of you.
A 3-bedroom. You're telling me by the end of my mortgage term or whatever, I would have paid for
another house again.
A house.
Yeah.
No, when I say it's crazy,
yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So as soon as that what do they refinancing that same
if the
day,
interest rate can still come run away.
Continue to
is it
6%? I think it was
6?
like 6. Yeah.
Okay, let it come to 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Because we got this place like 2020, and the interest was like 3%.
Really?
Yeah, it was 3% here.
Jeez.
That's the reason I don't have any interest in selling nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, it was 3% here.
Oh, that is so good.
It is, yeah. So even if it won't go any further, at least we'll take 4.
4.
Right?
Yeah.
We'll take 4.
Yeah.
And we'll manage 4. But
right.
6, 7, 8. I remember my sister bought her own and it was like 8%.
Yes. I think mine was like 9. That's why I say it was crazy.
What year was that?
This is 2023.
What? Last year?
Yes.
Yeah. The interest was crazy.
It was crazy.
Yeah, the interest was
Bro, the
crazy.
only reason why I did is because I had the money. I was trying to do business. So I said, let me just, at the end of the day, technically I'm not the one paying for it. So
yeah, I mean,
you get
that's investment property.
Exactly.
But I know you still want you still want the interest to go down. I know a guy who also bought the house somewhere last year. For him, he has a bad credit, and then but he was making money because he's doing IT.
Yeah.
But the interest rate last year was crazy too.
It was crazy.
So just imagine you have your credit score is very bad, and the interest rate is also like 8-9%.
Yes.
So the mortgage that he's paying is like $5,000-$6,000 a month for one person.
Yeah.
And he barely sleep. You sleep.
You and that's another thing.
He has to do 2 jobs.
Yes.
He barely stay home to even enjoy the house.
The house that you no.
I don't want this wahala. It's too much.
No. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. And then I'd rather just rent for now. Let's be praying that joint comes down. And then, because I wanted to go for a second place. I'm like, you know what, God? It's not my fault.
Yeah. No, let's wait. Hopefully, because 2024 has already ended.
Right.
So let's see what 2025, installed for us, right?
Right.
See, hopefully, the interest rate will 4%. We'll take 4%. Okay.
I know.
And then, gas prices now,
it went down.
It has not been sworn in yet, but it has gone down.
Yeah.
So hopefully, as the gas prices are coming down, groceries and stuff that are so expensive will also. I don't know if America, when prices goes down, like everything goes down, because that thing don't fly in Ghana. I don't know about Nigeria, but in Ghana, let's say that if gas is like $4, right, and this water here costs $2, and the gas goes up to, let's say, $5, they'll increase this to $2.50.
Okay.
But then if the gas price comes down to, let's say, $3, you would think that they want to reduce the price to maybe one something, but they won't. Because motherfuckers over there are very greedy like that.
Right.
They are very greedy. So
yeah,
gas prices will go down, but the prices are still going to be inflated. I don't know if...
I'm not sure if Nigeria... I wouldn't be surprised, though, if Nigeria is probably doing it worse. Let's be honest, because Nigerians, but I'm not 100% sure if that's how they do it, but I swear, I wouldn't be surprised.
Right.
I wouldn't even be surprised if they have a reason to put gas prices down, but they will still keep it up.
Yeah.
Because Nigeria...
you have a lot of greedy people over there. Yeah.
I don't even know which country is worse, but I wouldn't be surprised.
When are you guys voting again?
I have no idea. I think Tinubu became president. I don't think it's been maybe only 2 years.
Yeah.
So I think he has 2
Okay,
more
so
years
we don't
left.
vote with you guys. Okay, so we vote with the Americans then.
Yeah, but
we
don't
vote
quote
within
me.
the same year with Americans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Nigeria, no.
Americans month is November. Ghana is December.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
So anytime Americans elect another president, we elect another president too.
Okay, yeah, no, Nigeria is not like that. I think Tinubu got like,
years.
I think he has 2 more years, or
more
at
years to
least
go.
2 or 1.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think he's been there.
That long. I remember.
Yeah,
I remember.
no.
Yeah.
No.
So for Ghana is voting for another president December next month.
Are you guys
December-
excited?
Since we are on the topic of election, let's talk about it. Ghana election. Am I excited for them? To be honest with you, I feel bad for them. And I'll give you my reason why. Just like, I don't know about Nigeria, how many political heads that you guys have. But you see how we have Democrats and Republicans, we have something similar like that. It's one or the other, right? Every other person, you have to force yourself through to penetrate.
Okay.
And other political parties have not been able to penetrate.
Right.
So it has always become these two political shitheads. Just like how we have Democrat and the Republicans.
Yeah.
And these two have been rotating all these years, like 4 years coming, they've been it's either one or the other, or we vote one or the other.
Right.
And me sitting back over here and witnessing all those political heads that have, they keep rotating. I don't see, like, both of them are evil. Both of them are evil. And the question here is that who's more of like the lesser evil? And I don't know which of them is the lesser evil.
Why do you say they're evil though? Is there
It's like they're both devils. We're trying to find out which one is Lucifer and which one is Beelzebub. Kind of.
Yeah.
So it's like, and the reason I'm saying they are evil, like evil not the way like they're trying to like kill somebody or anything like that. But I feel like both of them, both political parties, have had chances of ruling the country. And both political parties have screwed up. So that's what I'm saying, that like they are both evil. So which one is like the lesser evil? Pretty much, right? It's like, do you vote for MPP or do you vote for NDC?
Yeah.
It's just those two people. And it's one comes in, spend the money, the other comes in, spend more money.
More money.
And the annoying part of it all is that, and I don't know about Nigeria. So Ghana, if Party A comes in power and let's say spend 8 years and didn't finish the project, when Party B comes in, he doesn't continue.
I don't even know if Nigeria starts project too.
It doesn't. They don't continue. They will leave it like that. So if it's a highway, that highway will be hanging until that political party comes back and take it.
That's why I said I don't even know if Nigeria even starts anything. Therefore, as for them, I think they're there to chop money. I don't think that they
don't do the projects. You know. So it's like, I feel like, and do you know the painful part? These leaders, some of them, they don't even go to school in Ghana. They actually came to school they actually attended schools in the US, Canada, and Europe. So you would think like they're going to think.
And they came back?
They came back.
Wow.
So you would think like, since you've traveled outside the African country, and you've lived in the US, in these Western countries, right? You are more prim and proper.
Right.
Your eyes are open. You've seen good things.
Wow.
Like, you've seen good things. You've seen how,
and you would want that for your country.
So you will want that. And so when you come over here, you campaigning, you are telling people that vote for me because I'm the right candidate. They come in and they want to feed their families. They feed their wife, their children, their side chicks. All three side chicks all get to spend some of their money. So that's the reason why I said, like, I feel bad for them, because Nigeria is a huge country, right? Like Nigeria and Ghana, for instance, right? Let me use Nigeria as an example. This country, if not because of bad leadership, Nigeria would have been untouchable.
Don't even give me ginger, because 100%.
Even the little space that y'all have.
Yes.
Look at how y'all take over.
Right. Man.
Look at y'all, the way you guys take over. If not because of bad leaders, that country would have, because you guys are many in that country. People are serious when it comes to business. Y'all don't play. You guys take a risk. You guys are fighters. Y'all are doing, like, you talk your talk and you do your do.
Yeah.
So if not because of bad leaders and hypocrisy of Africans, Nigeria would have been one of the best place to live.
100%.
Right? Best from economic standpoint.
100, yeah.
But now it's not. Fast forward, let's come to a country like Ghana. Only 35 people. Make this make sense to me. 35.
Yeah.
We had the same independence with Malaysia.
Oh, no.
Oh no, I think Singapore. Was it Singapore? Yeah, Singapore. Or Malaysia. I think it's one of those countries. And they have the best economy. Not, you can't even compare US with them. So how can a country that we became independent and when we go to a vacation in that country?
There's another country too. It's Rwanda.
Right. Yeah.
After their whole war, and if you see the way they took their country, they said, no, we are going to turn this thing around. Because that man came over here, closed almost half of the churches over there. And said, let's be serious. Yes.
Nigeria and Ghana need political leaders like that.
I'm telling you.
People that are not scared. People that they are able to shut a lot of this religion nonsense up. People that can make the citizen of that country think. Man. Because I don't know about Nigeria, in Ghana, is the hierarchy, the problems in Ghana. Politicians, pastors, and then citizens.
100%.
In that order.
Yeah.
Politicians, pastors, and the pastors contribute a lot of the problem in the country.
Wait, why you say that? What did they
do? Especially the people that they call themselves prophets.
Okay.
It's only in Ghana where God speaks, but God speak different things to different pastors at the same time.
Like, that's how it happens.
That's how it happens. Let me tell you. So you're a pastor, I'm a pastor. You come back and tell me that this God told you that political party A will win. Then I'll come back and say that God also told me that political party B will win. What kind of God are we serving?
Hey.
Make this make sense to me. If these people are not part of the headache in that country, then what it is?
Yeah.
It's only in Ghana that 31st night, prophet will have a paper written in prophecy that they are about to prophesy what is going to happen the following year. Oh yes, only in Ghana.
Really?
They don't give prophecy until 31st night. And all of them will have cameras on them.
Hey.
And all these so-called prophets will start prophesying about what is going to happen the following year. And don't worry, December 31st, I will give you some recording. You're going to say, this is not me saying it.
Right.
You're going to say it yourself.
Wow.
Yes. It's also, God doesn't speak to prophets in Ghana except at the 1st December. So that's what I'm telling you. When you move politicians, they are the next headache in the country. Like religion and this whole false prophecies and stuff like that has contributed to the mindset of how people are really thinking and how the country is being ruled.
Yeah.
When you have a country where religion is telling you that, there's heaven. We're all going to go to heaven. And that when you go to heaven, there are gold and diamond and silvers in heaven. So where you are right now, don't live your life. Okay, it's a sin for you to live your life. It's a sin for you to take off your own country. So the white man that wrote the Bible, if there's heaven is there, you think that man will allow you, a black man, to go over there?
As in, hey,
So it's just a lot that is going in that country, and it's sad because we are only small. But when I tell you the amount of minerals and resources that is abundant, talent, and we don't make use of any of them. We don't make use of any of them. And you have political leaders that have had the opportunity to travel, and you think that these people will come over and use their IQ. But then I realized that they all have low IQs. So me, Ghana politicians, I call them area boys. Have you seen area boy before? Ain't no man in that motherfuckers. They're all area boys.
The only thing I can say compared to Nigeria, though, that I feel like hopefully Ghana could learn from. So we, for example, our government or whatever, they are corrupt. We know that. But Nigerians within ourselves I don't know if it's a mentality similar to what you said, like nothing is going to stop whether you government has a bad head or not. What I need to do for my own life, I'm going to figure it out. And I think that with Nigerian citizens, some of us, not all of us, we do our best with what we have, and nothing is going to stop us. I feel like in Ghana, at least for the success of the citizens in Ghana, maybe not for the country to be changed. Because like you said, there is a lot of talent. I've even seen a lot of talent and potential in Ghana. But it's almost like, I don't want to say, it's almost like you guys are timid. Like, even when it comes to your own stuff, like, the people don't necessarily, please don't beat me. The people don't necessarily come together as one.
Yes,
and then you guys are still not fighting for, like, you fight for your, if the government won't fight for you, you go and fight for yourself, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So because of our culture, it's like children are raised to be timid.
Yeah.
Children are raised not to talk back. And in Ghana, it's like the elders are always right. But please, when you go over there, a lot of them with gray hair, they are useless and stupid. But it's like they're telling you that the elders are always right.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why these kids grow up and they're very timid. They are very coward. So if you become a little bit outspoken, it's like you are their enemy. So that's the reason you have the likes of Shatawale and some of these.
People don't like him.
People don't like him because they are very outspoken. They are not your usual Ghanaian type of a child. And so that's the reason why some of this African kids here, born here or were raised here, when they go back home in Ghana and their lifestyle is a little bit different, everybody's going to be looking at them like, like, you know,
right,
the stigma is like is there, right? It's because of how the culture has raised. And for years it's always been like that. It is not that like social media has come on, now people are now speaking their mind. So it's not like before. Now people are speaking their mind. When a prophet comes out and talk nonsense, you see a young child putting a camera on their faces and telling you that whatever you are saying don't make no damn sense. So now the youth are more woke now. They are very outspoken now. They are speaking their mind. They are getting into politics now. They are seeing through a lot of the bullshit coming from these politicians,
right,
or these so-called, you know, men of Satan. God didn't call of them. God don't even know them. God don't even know their name. You know, well, not all of them, but some of them, right? So you have a lot of the youth that are really speaking up and now challenging. And now even some of the youth are even challenging the Bible now. Oh yeah. Some are even calling for Bible debate.
Oh wow.
Yes, yeah, in Ghana. I don't know Nigeria.
I don't see any of these things.
But it's in Ghana. I can give you this site for you to like this YouTubers that they are very knowledgeable of the Bible.
Yeah.
And they are challenging some of the pastors.
Wow.
They are challenging them like, okay, this is what the Bible said, right?
Yeah.
Why? Back in the day, you can ask a man of God why.
Yeah.
Now the youth are asking why. Why is it like that?
Yeah.
Because you are telling me that in the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve, me, I don't know him. I don't know those motherfuckers. I have no idea who they are, what they look like. They did their own sin in the garden. And the Bible is telling me that me, their descendants, I have to pay for someone's sin. David slept with somebody's wife.
Yeah.
Killed people. And the Bible said that God said, David is my favorite. That means that even God is even biased and an impartial person.
Yeah.
Me, I've not killed anybody. You're telling me I'll go to hell. What? Hey. So you see how the whole thing, so like people are questioning this kind of stuff now.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't like that. Now the youth are really more awake.
Speaking of,
so for this particular election, it's going to be very interesting. I'm looking forward to whom they are going to vote for.
Yeah.
But you know, best of luck to them.
Yeah.
We will live here. We've had our fair share. Trump has won. But over there, best of luck to them. I hope they vote, you know, but again, it's the same two political shitheads.
So regardless of which way they go.
One of them is coming as a vice president coming. The other one is like Trump was a president for 4 years.
Yeah, and then he came back.
And then came back again. So would you want to vote for the one that's already spent 4 years coming back like Trump? Or you want to vote for the one, a certain president, vice president that has messed up the country?
No.
That the country is such a shithead right now. And that's why when Trump is saying that it's a shithole.
Right.
They've made the country into a shithole right now.
It's literally just like Kamala and Trump there.
That is what is happening.
That's so scary though.
Yeah, that's what is happening right now over there. Yeah. So, I mean, best of luck to them. It's next month. I mean, it's coming.
Ooh.
The good thing is none of us will be there. So it's great. 'Cause, we're going to be safe here, but we're going to be watching them. Best of luck to them. Hopefully they'll vote right.
Yeah.
The sun is going to be sunning that day. So don't go and stand in the sun and vote for wrong people.
Right.
I mean, I hope, whoever that is coming can take care of, but I don't see those two political people. I don't see any of them doing anything better, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, if 4 years go by fast, so you guys, hopefully the effect will not be too heavy. And it will go by really, really fast.
Oh.
Don't worry though, you guys in Ghana, we have space for you in Nigeria if you want to come. We welcome you guys.
But even Nigeria, you guys not in hell too. Or there are levels in hell.
There are levels.
Nigerians are trying to get rid of that old man.
But we love you guys, so we'll push you guys.
Is he sleeping like Biden? Is he sleeping?
He's not sleeping, he's eating. He's eating. He's not sleeping, he's chopping food. Yeah. It's every day. It's food.
Oh man.
No.
Yeah.
Tinubu.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So yeah, best of luck to Ghana and their upcoming election. Hopefully you guys are safe over there. And then our elections have has always been peaceful anyway.
Ours has,
regardless of the fight,
oh really?
With stuff. Elections are always peaceful. Listen, people are suffering in that country to be going to war and do
boys
civil stuff.
Now come and bring all
you still have some idiots that are following this political hands just to get beaten up.
Yeah.
But it's as peaceful as you want to be. So hopefully, you guys will be safe. In next month,
Yes.
It's election. And then, we wish you guys the best. When it's getting towards the election, we'll actually have a podcast on
we
Ghana
should
election.
double head that you guys, the Ghanaians that are here, you have the election for America.
Yeah. We'll do that.
The one for Ghana.
We'll do that. We'll talk about the elections over there in Ghana.
That would be nice.
And then, bring more. You're going to be the only Nigerians, but we'll bring on just Ghanaians. Yes. And then we'll talk about the elections.
Yeah.
And the opponent. And by the time we do that, I'll send you some of the.
I was about to say because I don't know anything.
You get to see them exactly.
Yeah.
And then So when we're getting near towards the election, we'll have a talk on it.
That's good.
But I hope you guys are safe over there. But for us, we have a new president, Trump. Congratulations to him. And then from now to 2028, we are hoping for a peaceful country.
As in, unless we'll come back on the podcast and say, guys, we take back our statement.
Yeah, we are hoping for a peaceful country. For 4 years, we are hoping to a good, peaceful and foreign negotiation between America 100%. And Xi Jinping and Jun Junpyo and all these other people that can pronounce their names. We are hoping for a peaceful one too.
Yes.
We are also hoping that the inflation will get better. And then gas prices, will get better too.
Right.
And interest rate on houses, so we can buy more houses.
As in,
okay. And then our kids don't have to come home and tell us that they want to be. You guys already know where I'm going with this, right? So,
hey,
thank you for watching. Yes, I don't want YouTube to cancel me. But you guys know where I'm going with this. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy our election overview of the 2024. 47, 48? Which one?
Yeah.
47 or 48 or 49?
I don't know.
Hey, me too, I forgot, yo.
Oh.
You guys get the point, right?
Right.
So congratulations to our American president. And then we will see you guys all next week. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Diaspora Moment Podcast, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and also Facebook is the same name on all platforms. Subscribe. Let's go to the channel. And also let me know what whom you voted for. and you know why? It's a conversation, right? Some people have a reason why they voted for Kamala. And then, you know, some also have actually very good and positive reasons why they voted for Kamala. Some also do have a good reasons why they voted for, you know, Trump. I guess everybody have their own, you know, agenda and also their own understanding of what those two political heads and their policies and which one everybody feel like it benefits them, right? Yeah. So I'm not here to judge. I'm not going to tell you who I voted for. That's none of your business. But I did vote though. And then, yeah, so I'll see you guys all next week. Bye.
This is the Aspro Moments by Dion London.